Welcome back to my channel. My name is Unifed, and if you are new here, I create crochet content tutorials. So today is my first video where I'll be showing you how to make this top with your central knitting machine. This is my first try and I think it came out pretty well, even though I don't know how to straighten the ends yet. I think it's a nice try for the first time, and I'll be showing you how to make this top with this machine. Mine is 48 needles. So please like, comment, share and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed the video. This is the back of the top. It's the same as the front, and the ends are also curled, and as well as the neck, but I like it this way. And yeah, for today's project, we're going to be using acrylic yarn. You can use any acrylic yarn of your choice. This is my first time recording my process using my central knitting machine, so I really don't know how to go about it. So I'll try my best to explain as I go. And I have my row counter here since I'll be working with the tube settings. So I have my row counter here, and then casting on will be my row 1. So I'll show you what I mean. And to start, I'm going to be increasing whilst I go. So to start, I'm going to crank from the 7th stitch, and you cast on. So to cast on, you insert your hook inside and then pull. You go in and out, in and out. You can watch videos to help you cast on. So you cast on till you get 30 stitches, which is 36 on the central machine. And then if you want to get to the 36, you have to make sure your stitch is behind this thing after the number. And then my tensioner is broken, so I'll be using my hand as a tensioner. So I have my little instructions here. So this is what I'll be following for my increasing rows. So I'm going to, so this is row 1, casting on is row 1. So after every row, I'm going to count on my knitting machine. Then you go back, which is row 2. So we have our stitch exactly on 36. And this will be 30 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So I'm going to go all the way back. When you are getting here, hold on to the yarn you left so that it doesn't get loose. And then you make sure your stitch is always behind the number or under this thing. And this is row 2. So for row 3, I'm going to go back again. So go ahead and then crank till you have 20 rows, and we'll start increasing. So take your time as you are doing that. So I'm back and I have my 20 rows. So this is my 20 rows. I did 20. And to increase, I'm going to go over the stitch. I'm going to go over the next stitch. So I'm going to be increasing till I get to row 55. I wrote 50, but I decided to add one more increasing row. So on row 21 and 22, we are going to increase. So I'm going to show you what I mean. And I think I will put this on the screen. So we are going to be increasing 5 times, or after every 5 rows. I really don't know how to explain it, so please watch. And then so this is where our initial casting on stitch started. So we are going to go on to the next stitch. So you're going to make sure it's on 6, and then your stitch is right under this, and then I'm going to cast back, which is 21. So because I increased here, I'm going to increase here. So I'm here, instead of making sure the stitch is only behind here, I'm going to add another stitch. So I'm gonna have to make sure my yarn is under this side. So I'm going to row stitch 37. I'm sorry if it's confusing, and that's for 22. So for 23, we are not going to increase, so just make sure it's right under this, and then you go back. Same for this, that's 24. And then we are on 25, so you go back again. So for row 25, we're going to be repeating the process we did for 21 and 22. So we have 55 rows. So I'm going to add one more stitch for row 26, because going back will be 26. I had to add one more stitch. Make sure the yarn is behind this, and then go all the way back. So that's 26. And for 27, I have to increase also, so I'm at the end of 26. So to start 27, I'm going to add one more stitch and then continue. For 28, no increase. So I'm on row 30, and for row 31 I'm going to do the same thing. So it's basically repetition. So for row 31, because you're going to start going back and then with 31, you have to increase before you go back. And at the end of 31 you increase. Yeah. And 32 you go on. So go ahead and increase till you have 55 rows. So I'm at the end of row 50, and we are done with our increasing rows. We are not done. We're just going to add our last row. So you have to end on row 48. This is 51. And this is at the end of 52. So we are done increasing. And we are going to cast on till we have 100 rows, so no more increasing. So just go back and forth. So this is 53. So I'm at 55, and I'm not going to increase anymore because I thought I'd end on 55. So go ahead and then cast on till you have 100 rows in total. So I have 100. I am going to remove my yarn, put it in, and then get a waist yarn to cast off. So I'm going to crank a little. Make sure this comes under this. So I'm going to hold on so that it comes under it. And then I crank. You can crank as many as you want. I normally don't count how many stitches for the waist yarn. After you are satisfied, just remove your yarn and cast off. So go ahead and make a second panel. This is supposed to be curly and stretchy, but I think because this was my practicing yarn, because I used it again, it doesn't look as tight as it should be looking for your first time of using the yarn. So go ahead and make a second panel. So I have my 2 panels here, and this is my first time. I really don't know what I am doing actually. So but I do know how to cast off. So I'm going to use a bigger hook to cast off so that it is loose and not tight. So you're going to look for where your yarn starts. This is it. So you're going to insert your hook into the very last loop you see with this color, and you pull the yarn through. So after you insert your hook into these last 2 loops here and here, and you make a single crochet, and then you continue making a single crochet. So go ahead and cast off, but I advise you watch videos on how to cast off. Since I'm not a pro, I cannot teach you, but I prefer this way of casting off. So after you finish, chain up 1, and I really don't want to cut off my yarn because I might weave it in. So I'm going to now unravel my waist yarn so that I get it out of the way. So I have gotten rid of my waist yarn. Excuse the mess, I'll clean this up later. So this is what I have for the base of my top. I think the finishing is quite neat. So I'm going to do the same thing for this side, and then I'll get back to you. So I've used stitch markers to, I've joined the top, and then the good side is facing inside because I'm going to be joining a single crochet, and this is for the shoulder and the armpit side, and this is for the body. So I'm going to use my tape measure to measure, and I'm joining about 9.5 inches, and I'm leaving 8 inches, also almost 9. It stretches. So I didn't cut off my yarn because the way I joined it, I can join up both sides before cutting off my yarn. So I'm going to join and then join some parts for the shoulder, and then I'll have my top, and then my single crochet around the neck. I'm going to use my big hook again, and again please watch a video because I always practice, but I never practiced with how to join the sides. This is my first time actually making like the whole outfit. So I'm going to insert my hook into this, I may be joining the wrong way, so I don't mind since this is my first project. So I'll go to the front loop, and then let me go to the 2 front loops. I watched a video of somebody joining it and I don't remember how. They didn't join in the 2 loops, they joined in each loop. So go ahead and join. Looks pretty fine to me. I can do better, but this is my first time again, so you can always also join by sewing, but because I didn't want to cut off my yarn to be on the safe side, that's why I'm joining like this. But I think nowadays I prefer joining by sewing because I'll get a flatter edge rather than this bulky edge. So I'm going to join for this side and the back side, and I'll meet you when I'm done. So when you're done joining, you chain 1 and you cut off your yarn. So you try it on. I have joined it for both sides. You try it on and you join for the neck. So for the neck, I'm going to count the rows up to 12 and then single crochet and single crochet, then I'll single crochet the armpit and then the neck hole, and I'll be done. So I'm done with one part of the shoulder. I already joined a little bit. So you count 12 from the edge here and 12 from the edge here, and then you grab your yarn and you just join. So go ahead and single crochet around the edges and everywhere, and we'll be done with our top. So this is the back of the top and this is the front. This is how it turned out. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.